Okay, welcome back after this very short break. I'm still here with Heponwana. I was gonna do another run for us that is Love Tree. So take it away again, Hepon.
All right, so this is my last run, the marathon. So, real quick before I start, I just want to say thank you again for having me. I'll probably say that when I finish this run, but gotta show the love because we're showing Love 3. Love 3 is a really chill, cool game. It's made by Fred Wood. You can find it on Switch, on Steam, and in this game, we play as 5'8". 5'8 is that little stick figure on the left side of the screen, or the guy on my shirt here. I am a fan of this game. I love this series. So in the game, we are going to run, we are going to jump, we're going to see some really cool levels. We are going to also hear some great music. Every stage has its own song, and each song is a certified banger. I guarantee it. As we go through this game, Love 3 100% means we're doing all the Love 3 stages. There are 25 of them. Each one except the final stage has a secret. We need to get that secret. The secret involves a little bit of puzzle solving and a little of decoding interesting things. Also, once again, I am putting my money where my mouth is. I am going to donate 20 cents per death, and I am going to die a lot. This game is a precision platformer, very much in the style of saying, like, I want to be the guy. There are deaths all over the place. So as we go through, I'll explain the game more, but if anyone wants to join, I'm doing 20 cents per death. If you want to do like 2 cents per death, 1 cent per death, it'll bring some more money, because I would love to see, by the time I'm done with my final run, let's see at least 2100. Let's at least get there. I would love to see that. So we will go into time attack mode. Time attack, there is no RNG, and your death animation, so you could kill yourself at any point, just like in the previous game I did. There is no animation to it. It is just lightning fast. So time will begin as soon as I hit start. So if you want to get ready on the timer, we will get going in 3, 2, 1, go. So this here is the basics of Love 3. You can put down a checkpoint wherever you want. That's what these little shiny spirits I'm leaving behind are. If I die, I will teleport back there. I'm going to die intentionally and teleport back to that one I just put down. To open the secret area, we need to hit those 3 spots that lit up pixels exactly how I did them. Once again, we need to kill ourselves so we could get through this stage as quick as possible. Try and get back where I was would be backtracking, and that's not what speedrunning is about. You don't want to go back. You want to keep going forward whenever you can. This stage has another idea to it. Every stage kind of has a unique twist on the mechanics of the game. So, we do not want to... There we go. That was not quite how I intended to do that. We needed to bring that little spiky gear over to the other side. When it hit that one weird spot on the floor, it unlocked that upper left area. This stage introduces guns. Guns are not friendly to 5'8", 5'8" being the name of our hero. And we are just going to put down checkpoints. By the way, if you put a checkpoint where it would die, your checkpoint will die. If you would be killed in that spot, or if there is no floor, there is no checkpoint. By the way, we're going to do a little jump roping right now. A little double dutch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kill ourselves intentionally, go back that checkpoint, because now this area is open. We clear that, and now we could finish up the stage. If you play this game casually, it is a whole lot quicker doing any percent than probably for a lot of people speedrunning it doing 100%, just because you have to really do a lot of extra exploration. We're going to do another intended death in just a second. As we grab those 2 things, it opens up a little hole in the wall. 100% on this game, when the game first came out, was an absolute blast to try to figure out where the secrets were. Fred Wood, who made this game, is great at really hiding some of these secrets, making you really think about it. It's kind of like we're below the ocean again because we are in water blocks that defy physics. This stage, if you couldn't tell, all about conveyor belts. And we're going to try to not get killed. So secret here, if you notice, there's a little bit of a weird look to the pixels there. It meant they were not real. And there we go, we got the secret. Once again, death abuse to get back to our checkpoint because we want to keep moving nice and fast and never have to backtrack when we don't need to. This game, by the way, has a mode, YOLO mode, where you can play through intending to get 0 deaths. And if you die, it's game over. You know, YOLO, you only live once. And that mode is really tricky because this game definitely throws the deaths at you quite a bit. I fell off cycle here, which put me into a very bad place. This game is very cycle based, and if you're speedrunning, you will get used to the good cycle. So every one of these platforms that I keep jumping on, that was unintended. Every one of these that I jump on, if you notice, there's a weird change to the pixels, and we are hitting every one of those, and once all those pixels change, it opened up that area to get up above. This stage here, I like to call it Donkey Kong or Dinky King. It's a lot like Donkey Kong, but not quite. It's a little bit off. It's like the knockoff version of Donkey Kong. Instead of trying to get to your love at the top, you are trying just to avoid the barrels, get to the bottom. Unique secrets. That was one of 3 buttons we had to click to get the secret area opened on this stage. We hit one at the very beginning by jumping those top platforms. We'll get the last one right here by going to another top platform right here. Quick death to respawn back to that checkpoint, save a little time. We'll count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You could go 3 at a time. 1, 2, 3. Checkpoint there because we are going death spawn back there. We had to fall real hard to get to that secret. We had to pretty much break the floor, and we got through it, and then we were able to collect the secret. There is an achievement in this stage for falling through those 4 little spinny things without dying or without stopping. I'm not quite good at that. Oh, I am slightly missing my... There we go. We hit a couple little spots there, and what that did was open up this little warp area. This portal opened to the secret. We collect the secret. By the way, a portal opened to get out from that secret, but taking that portal is too slow. We want to go nice and fast, so, you know, don't need a little extra money for a little death abuse to get back there as quick as possible. Here we are wanting to just get through to that. That is not the secret. Sometimes there are things that look like it, but the secret was actually back here. That thing we collected up above just opened up the area so you could get out of here. Another death abuse to go through. This area here I call the Revenge of Donkey Kong, because we are about to have more fun with barrels. You might say it's a barrel of fun, or more fun than a barrel of monkeys, except unlike Donkey Kong, no monkey here. If we hit those 4 things that lit up little lights, it opens this area here. If we died before grabbing all 4 of them, we would have to go back and get each one again. You have to get them all on 1 life. One fun fact is the barrels have the same momentum and physics as our little friend 5-8. So anytime that barrels move along a platform or a route, if we don't jump and we just hit the direction, go forward, we will move the same as those barrels. So it's kind of a good spoiler or cheat on how we should be moving. This stage here, I always liken it to a pinball machine. It feels a lot like you're going up inside a pinball machine, a lot of bouncing, bumpers and things like that. Except pinball typically doesn't have this many enemies try and kill you. We intentionally went back because we had to hit that switch up there first, and then we had to hit the switch down below. We'll once again put a checkpoint up there and try to not die like that. We now need to get the secret, which is actually at the very beginning of the stage. We essentially need to play through it again, but without dying, because we want a death abuse back to the very end as quick as possible. This game does keep you moving in a lot of unique ways. I've also heard people liken this game to a Persian rug come to life because of the geometric patterns. We hit those two switches, and that will create a third switch. That's why we came back to where we were before. This switch did not exist until we hit those first two. Here we are going to try and go, fell a little too much. We won't fall right there. And so, if you know the game Mega Man, and everyone knows Mega Man, you probably know Yoku blocks. They're the blocks that disappear and reappear on a rhythm. Fred Wood has been using those in Love games for a long time. By the way, Love 3 is the final game in a trilogy that started a long time ago. It is over a decade worth of games. And what's fun is this game, so we need to destroy these white blocks. I should explain what we're doing real quick. We're destroying all of the white blocks to get the secret, which means we gotta take our time. White blocks will kill us. So if you're playing casually, you just want, or if you're playing any percent, you just want to get through them. So you need to just remove enough white blocks to get through. Purple ones, by the way, will respawn and will also not hurt you. So Fred Wood included in this game every single Love game. Had to get an audio cue there. Fred Wood included all of the stages from the previous Love games. So there are longer categories in this, like one of my favorites is Love 1 plus 2 plus 3 100%, where you play every stage in this franchise. And it is just a marathon of button callus, or of calluses on your thumb and blisters on your thumb as you are just mashing buttons trying to get through. So here we need to get rid of all of these white blocks. Once we get rid of all of them, the secret will begin, but still won't even be open. All right, we heard a little beep. That was it. And now we keep our checkpoint up above. We need to keep that checkpoint. We want to make sure we move this gun just a little, because the guns will reset if you don't move them for too long. And now we could get to the secret. This stage, when it first came out, it was interesting trying to learn what the secret was, because it is a lot of work. Hopefully I don't die there. Good deal. This stage is going to have a lot of deaths. So we want to go to the end of 4 areas. Each one, as we get to the end, will light up a pixel. And we are going to control the hardest to control vehicle I could think of from any game that I'd call good. There's some games that I'd call very bad with harder to control vehicles, but this is a good game, and this vehicle is very difficult to control, and we're going to need to use it in a few stages coming up still. Okay, we got the final one there. We're going to take a safety checkpoint here because this control is really touchy. You'll notice I am moving very skitterish with this because it is very hard to control. You use the jump button to apply thrust, or you could press up on the control pad and gain those 4 spots, opened up this area. Oh, and now will come me dying a few times, not intended. Stage 15 out of 25. This one I call the midterm. This has 4 areas. Each area has something from a previous stage, like the helipod. First though, we go down here and we are going to get our secret. It is really well hidden. You're meant to get those little collectibles in each of the 4 tests. We're not doing that. We're cheating, but also secret. This is not part of speedrun, but Milo and Bork, Fredwood's cat and dog. So we cheated to get through that stage. You were meant to complete each area and create a jump pad that would jump you at the very end. But we decided to take that helipod and cheat our way through, steal the vehicle, and get through as quick as possible. This stage, I'm once again collecting little pips or little spots. There's another one. And if we get all of them, we will open up another secret. So we put a checkpoint there because we are going to death abuse again. Lots of death abuse right here. Go back down here, it opened up, final death abuse. And then wait for those, run on through, and there we go. Another one with some barrel-likeness to it. Please ignore the dog in the background. I think my corgi just saw a cat through the window. Hope that is not too loud for anyone. The joy of a dog who doesn't want to watch me speedrun is he doesn't watch this and instead gets distracted by cats. So this stage, we're going to get through it pretty quick. So I kind of enjoyed this stage. It has a good look to it. So we're going to go ahead and go back through it. You get to that spot after activating the secrets, and it will reverse things, and when they're reversed, we have a portal. And I have a corgi running wild behind me. Put a checkpoint there. We're going to do more death abuse, checkpoint abuse right here. So as we grab these keys, it's going to open these dotted walls and floors. Did not want to do that. As we open the dotted walls and floors, it will open more areas for us to go. Okay, I'm going to have to go a little slower, play a little safe. I am just jittery on this. Probably too much caffeine or too little caffeine. If you leave a checkpoint where I just did, on one of those dotted floors, when it disappears, it will kill the checkpoint, so we don't want to do that. Oh boy. All right. So if I had the checkpoint back at the beginning where I wanted it, it's a little less marathon safe, a little more speed run, more likely die from it. We would have been a little quicker. Fun thing about these helipods is these helipods will break walls if you crash into them. So we're going to break some walls to get to our secret, because everything we've done so far has not been for the secret yet, except breaking these walls with helipods. All of that before was just the regular level, still not the secret. This here is the secret. And now we will go through to what is the closest to an auto-scroller in this run. These boxes, you can't go any quicker than them. Once you're inside of them, you can use the switches to speed them up to reset them. But it pretty much makes this stage a lot like an auto-scroller, because we just take our slow time, which is kind of killer to do. All right, we activated a pixel on the far right. That lets us activate one on the far left. We go back through this again. We now have a very fast one of these. If you slow down any, it will kill you. Hit that right there. And now we could get up here. We still have not activated the secret. We were only getting the secret open. Now we get the secret. Like, this definitely takes a lot of effort to get to. Fredwood did not want people just solving all the secrets in a hurry. He definitely wanted to leave some good replay value to this game, and there is definitely good replay value. This game, I cannot tell you how much fun it is to just play through and Enjoy the music. If you like good, difficult platformers, this game is just paradise. You will die a lot, but it's a lot of fun. The speedrun community for this game is great. I have met some really amazing people through speedrunning in the Love franchise. Grab the collectible there. But great community. Fred Wood is a fan of supporting speedruns. In fact, Fred Wood speedruns, that was Bad Cycle. Fred Wood speedruns some Super Mario 64 variants, so very much friendly to the community, which is great. Takes feedback and solicits feedback whenever there's an update to the game to make sure that the updates don't, ruin the speedrun experience. So here we want to hit all of these little pixels that we are hitting right there. So you'll notice as I run across, half the pixels disappear. These platforms, when they fall down, they will kill you if they are white and coming back up. Also, if you jump full height, you will hit the ceiling up there, so it is a lot of very precise jump control. Very difficult stage to get through. Casually, speedrun, either way, it is a very challenging stage to get through. I love that collection sound of getting that secret. That little beep, beep, beep definitely just gives a good nostalgic, like Zelda opening a treasure chest type of vibe. This stage here is going to have more death abuse as we try to move as fast as we can. This is also an incredibly challenging stage because it's hard to keep in mind what I said before about barrels are going to move at the same speed as you, so you have to remember that, but you really don't feel comfortable, giving in to something moving at the same speed as you. As I'm going to take a safety right there as part of getting through such a complex looking area. Once again, helipods, and we're going to use them with a low death abuse to open up this route. It's a shorter route, so we don't need to go up above, but there's also an extra helipod there that we need for the secret. We go up there to the secret. Ooh, and here is where, after so much running of this game, your hands start shaking, your fingers are getting fatigued, and you need all the precision possible. And here we need to bounce all of those upwards. It is as tricky as it looks. And now we're on the penultimate level. We are on 24 out of 25. We are almost done. If you have a desire to join me for donating per death, as you saw, I have been dying a lot, intentionally and unintentionally. We grab this secret, it'll shut off all of the blades. It won't shut these off though. These things are still out to get us. And now we're on the final exam. Just like that midterm, except for even harder, even trickier, and we are not going to be able to avoid any of these tests. We have to do all of them. Here we test out water, moving platforms. Here we're going to try out some stuff with helipods, and we're also going to take a shortcut that is clipping through the wall. So time is coming up in about 30 seconds, I hope. It might be a touch longer depending. We want to avoid these blades from stage 3. We need to open this in the correct order. Luckily, I have it memorized from doing this thousands of times before, or at least hundreds of times. We will put a checkpoint there because we are death warping back there, and time is coming up once the screen goes black, which will be as soon as I fall down this pit down below. So we're able to get into the machine, turn off the machine, and time now. So this game was all about, would 5-8 be able to find friends, because he's in the post-apocalypse, everything is gone, the world is wiped out, and instead, if you get all the secrets, he finds friends. If you don't get all the secrets, you had to take a different exit out of that last stage, and he ends up just lonely and in a snowdrift, lost on his own. So as for deaths, that's 111 deaths. So I will be donating after this. Math says it's like $22.20 for these deaths. If anyone wants to join, maybe just a cent per death. Throw in an extra dollar. Just let's get some more money in. We are close to the 2,500, and I think we could just smash that real soon. But this was Love 3. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me show you some real cool indie games today and on Friday. And thank you, everyone, for all the hard work to bring money for such a great cause when it's really needed. Because mental health right now, the world feels very stressful. And having good mental health resources means a lot to a lot of people.
Absolutely, and thank you for those 2 runs you just did and the run you did on Friday. Absolutely amazing. And for the generosity for the charity as well. Always a pleasure having you.
Always glad to be here and really happy to be invited back whenever I am. Whenever I have runs that get accepted, I'm going to be happy to be back.
Absolutely. So we will be transitioning out pretty soon, and we have a big run coming up for you that is RE2, Resident Evil 2 Remake, with Coffee Drinking Noob and some guests.